Your life is always speaking to you, and it's really up for you to determine whether or not you hear the message that it's trying to tell you. And I think that's something that I have started to learn more often than not is every day I'm waking up and making sure that I do my meditation and start my day off with yoga or run and kind of get myself in the mood for the day and get my energy going, and kind of just things that I know that ground me and motivate me to you know keep going each and every day to reach my goals, to reach the destination that I want to be, and the destination that I want to be at. um, and I just think that observing my day to day has been very, um, I want to say intriguing, because not only am I being aware and present with myself pretty much throughout the whole day, I am closely monitoring my thoughts. Anything that comes into my head, I am, not trying to be like a hypochondriac or hypochondriac or, you know, towards my thoughts and kind of things that's going on in my life, but it's not even hypochondriac. It's something that I'm trying to say. Overly anxious, I guess. It's not even overly anxious. It's just, you know, when you just think too much about your thoughts. What is that called? I have that word is it's slipping my mind. Whatever it is. Um, but yeah, it's not even that. It's just making sure that I'm aware of kind of what's going on inside of me, because that's always projected, you know, on the outside, your thoughts and the things that you do, the things that you focus on and give your attention to day in and day out is something that becomes you. And you have to be able to constantly hone in on what's going on with inside of you, because that tells you all that you need to know. Your day-to-day basis and how you feel and your foundation within yourself, and self-compassion and love, and the knowing that you're not perfect, but you know you're imperfectly perfect, and is what I like to say, because we are perfect. We're designed how we're supposed to be designed. And people that are not for us are not going to be for us, and I people are going to come and go. I'm really trying hard to pick a topic and roll with it and find something to talk about, but sometimes it's really escaping me. Sometimes there's really nothing that I want to talk about, I'll be honest with you. And I guess today's just one of those days where not much is really coming out of me, but I'm trying to continue to talk and trying to continue to be here, be present with myself, continue to evolve, continue to be authentic and express myself, and be able to resonate with people and be able to, you know, spread light and, the things that I've learned along my journey so far. And I know there's still a lot more to learn. And, we're just living life day by day, and we're doing our best to continue forward. Every day is going to bring about a different experience and, different knowledge, different, emotions. And, it's been said before that, we go through death and rebirth every day. And I do sense that. I do sense that for sure, because I feel like you could be so happy and at one point in time, and then, you kind of just meh later on. And I wouldn't even say that it's like a complete death, but it's just like that the law of pendulum, the law of pendulum. Wow, that word is not easy for me to say. Um, but yeah, it's sort of the law of pendulum. It's just your moods vary, and you're gonna be happy one minute and then sad the next. Everything's gonna fluctuate. That's kind of just the duality of nature. That's the cyclical of nature of it all. It's just things are always gonna be swinging back and forth, and you have to just be prepared and be ready to kind of grasp and understand that um, you're gonna go through cycles. It's just bound to happen. It's just not something that you can escape. You're not gonna be happy all the time. You're not gonna be, sad all the time. Things change, and you just have to be present with yourself enough to understand that that's kind of what's happening, and keep yourself in that circle where you kind of observe everything that's happening, all the different things, but not really attaching yourself to it, because once you can detach from kind of the events and the things that are going on in your life, you're able to just be more free within yourself. And I think that's the beautiful aspect of becoming aware, is noticing that life changes at a whim, and like you really just have to be able to sit and be with yourself and be so content with things that you know you're doing and that you're giving your attention to, and just being observant. Be the observer of your life. I think that's the best way that we can all live. And yeah, I love it. I love this journey. I love all that I've learned so far, and there's so much to still learn and to grasp. But now that I am becoming more open and knowledgeable, but I would say like I've barely hit, like, I feel like the 5% of knowledge that we could possibly have. So we're always going to be a student of life. We're always going to be gaining more knowledge. And I think that if we always approach life with an open mind and an open heart, that life will be a lot easier for us. And I think day by day, what we choose, what we think, and, what we do is who we become. So just try to continue to, not take everything, I don't want to say seriously, but just try not to give everything such a deeper, meaning than it probably is. If you really just become super observant, things become super clear, and you really, you know, it pertains to your intuition as well, like using your intuition alongside, having an open mind and being observant and listening, and just being in a state of knowing who you are within you really can tell you a lot about what's going on outside of you as well. So that's all I had to say for today. I hope you guys really keep your heads up out there. Continue to live in your hearts, because if you live in your heart, then literally life just continues to flow for you. And like I said, there's always going to be duality aspects of, you know, life in general. So just, stay grounded and stay rooted in gratitude.